everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's we're going to be reviewing a Toyota 4Runner TRD Pro. We are finally going to be doing a full review because this particular TRD Pro is available for sale. Before we get in this video, I'm going to give a huge shout out and thank you to the Brent Brown Toyota here in Orem, Utah for giving me some time with this TRD Pro. I'll include a link to their website in the description down below so you can check out what they have currently. And then on a side note, if you want to save time and money the next time you purchase a car, link to my car buying guide in the description down below. Let's get into it. Powering this is a naturally aspirated 4-liter V6 that goes through a 5-speed automatic transmission. Fuel economy 16 around town and then 19 on the highway, with power outputs being 270 horsepower and then 278 pound-feet of torque. Now, before we move forward with this review, I do want to mention, if you want to see more videos just like this, then I recommend you subscribe because I post content every single day. So starting with the hood, you guys can see that this is finished in Terra, and this actually has paint protection film, it looks like, from the factory. And then you've got a little vent there that's not functional, but it looks cool. And then you got the 4Runner's signature headlight design, and then you got the fog light that kind of, it comes off in like a teardrop kind of form. And then you got the Heritage Toyota logo here in the center. And then you notice we do have some skid plate protection underneath. And putting it all together, what do you guys think about the looks here with this 4Runner finished in Terra? Now around the side here, our tire wheel setup is 265, 70, 17 in the front and over in the rear. And you guys can see here with the wheels, notice how they're all blacked out, which is kind of the TRD thing to do. And these are actually really good all-terrain tires from the factory. Now the 4Runner does have independent front suspension, and it does have TRD tuned shocks and suspension. And then notice with the 4Runner, you've got the painted fender flares, and then the mirror cap's also painted, and then you do have that roof rack from the factory. And then of course, TRD Pro here on the back. And I can't really show you the shocks because they're not really all that visible, but they are Fox brand with the shocks. And then here is your full side profile with the 4Runner TRD Pro. And then taking a look at the key fob, we have our lock and unlock function. We've got the Toyota logo there on the back as well. And speaking of things in the back, this has the blacked out badges here on the back. That's such a cool thing. Every TRD Pro should have it. And then you got the button here to roll down the window, which is another cool feature here with the TRD Pro. And then opening up the hatch, it is hydraulic with the functionality. But yeah, tons of storage space here in the back. You can see you've got an outlet here in the back as well with a 12 volt. But yeah, really spacious cargo area. And then you do have the strap that helps out with closing it. And then you also have the little handle, so you can just kind of plop. And then a few more elements in the back. We got the taillight design TRD Pro down below, and then you can see with the receiver hitch at the bottom. And finishing things up, let me guys think about the 4Runner, especially in this Terra paint color. Now taking a look at the door panel, you can see stitching here at the top and down below. And then the window is actually automatic, and then more storage there. And then taking a look at the seats, you can't really see because of the wrapping, but we do have more of that red stitching here on the seats. And then with the 4Runner, legroom's pretty solid. We also have a little cargo net there. You can see we've got some vents, USB ports as well. And then headroom, I mean, I've got like a few inches here, so it's not bad. Now taking a look at the front door panel, you guys can see with the red stitching and down below. All of our window controls are automatic. Blind spot running with the mirrors as well. And then we got TRD here on the headrest, and then again you guys can see with the seat design here, power adjustments here on the side. And then you've got the mirror adjustment right here. You've got this for the camera view button, and then that's for the outlet setup. And yeah. Now taking a look at the steering wheel, you guys can see perforated on either side, and I like the texturing here at the top and at the bottom. We've got a bunch of practical controls in the front, and we also have adaptive cruise control with the 4Runner TRD Pro as well. Turn signal light stock, and we've got our windshield wiper stock. And then taking a look at the gauge cluster, you guys can see that it's mostly analog, but we do have it screened there in the center, which will show you different bits of info on the vehicle. My favorite is little like off-road stuff. Steering angle, I think that's pretty cool. And then we do have a 360 camera system with the 4Runner TRD Pro. You can see trajectory lines turn with the steering wheel. Got that bird's eye view as well. And you know, not necessarily the best resolution, but again, this vehicle's ancient, so yeah. And then we do have a pretty responsive infotainment system. Again, it's not Toyota's newest unit, but I mean, again, it responds pretty quick with the different functions, and you've got plenty of analog buttons, and there's actually a clock there at the top too. Got our dual zone climate controls down below, and then you guys can see some USB stuff happening there. Got a little cup holder here. And then our 4-wheel drive shifter, it just has a traditional 2-speed transfer case, no advanced, 4-wheel auto or anything like that. And then TRD here on the shifter. And then you can see the carbon fiber around here. We do have heated seats with this, and then that's actually for the window. It does have a window that goes up and down. And then we got the center console here, storage. Nice padding on the top, and then the glove box. Yeah, it's pretty big. So you got our universal garage door openers up top. That's for the rear locking differential. A-track, you got your stability control. And then you guys can see for the multi-terrain select and the crawl control as well. And then this does come with a sunroof. Now there's a little bit of glare, but anyways, 2024 4Runner TRD Pro. You can see all the standard equipment. It has a few options, including the dash cam, which I hate because it just makes a bunch of noise. Anyways, $57,871 is the total MSRP on this. And let's see how it drives. Let's talk about visibility before we set off. Here's visibility over the hood. Both the mirrors do a blind spot monitoring throughout the rest of the rear. And you guys can probably tell with this, so annoying. So, now I gotta adjust the mirror. Anyways, let us set off. $500 just to have something. And I understand the benefit of a dash cam in certain areas in the world. I know that it's like a must have. But here in Utah, I don't know. Well, actually, there's quite a few people that aren't really trustworthy. So you know what? I take it back. Maybe it is worth it here in Utah. But yeah, TRD Pro. My wife and I owned one of these for what, like I think 6-ish months. I can't exactly remember. While we were waiting for our Defender. And you know what my wife says all the time? She's like, man, I missed a 4Runner. She says, I don't miss the acceleration because it's slow, but she misses the car itself. Just like the space that it provides, the comfort with the ride quality, and just like, it's such a trustworthy car. And just go look on, Craigslist. If, in Utah, we've got KSL, and you'll see tons of these 4Runners with 200, 300, 400,000 miles, and they're still running strong. Now, yeah, acceleration, it's fine. When you're just going around town, it's not bad at all. The 5-speed automatic's a lot better than Toyota's 6-speed they had in the Tundra and then also the Tacoma. But, it's not as good as Toyota's modern, 10-speed. And then they had that 8-speed in the V8 Land Cruiser. That was a really good transmission. But yeah, this rides well. It's comfortable. The Fox shocks help out quite a bit with the damping, and the bigger tires help out with that as well. And I do love, you guys heard the TRD exhaust. I do love the sound of the exhaust. It's got this nice beefy tone to it. It's one of the few V6s that I think actually sounds good. Because they went for a deeper tone with the exhaust rather than, a higher pitched tone like you'll hear. Whenever a V6 has a high pitched tone, it's like, no, I ain't about that. I ain't about that. Yeah, the deeper tone sounds pretty good, if I do say so myself. But yeah, the thing about the 4Runners, it's not particularly exciting in any way. Sorry, I was trying to get out of the way for the tractor thing. And so that's the thing that people always give this crap for, is they're like, oh, it's so boring and it's so outdated. And it's like, that's the charm of the car. Because like every other car has all this cool techie stuff, and it's fun until it no longer works, and then it's not fun anymore. Whereas this, like, that every single time you get in it, it's gonna work, and the stuff inside this is also going to work because it's not too over the top or anything like that. Man, this is like the most unlucky I've ever gotten at this roundabout here. Thank you, Mazda. Actually, they're just waiting for that Chevy. I'm gonna say thank you, Mazda, for finally letting me come through, but yeah, they don't care about me. Oh, maybe it's because someone got pulled over there. That makes sense. But yeah, again, it's not quick. And I remember owning this on the highway. It can be a little bit annoying with the acceleration. And that was one thing, from going from the 4Runner to my Defender, or to my wife's Defender that she really likes, is that, the Defender on the highway, it doesn't feel like you're struggling to get up to speed or to keep speed. Whereas the 4Runner, you know, it did kind of feel that way. Definitely don't have passing power, that's for sure. Got to go at a slower pace with it. So to cap things off with the TRD Pro, you know, driving one for the 24 model year, because I didn't get to drive the first one. It was pre-sold. This one's not. I think this looks really cool. I actually like this color. It looks like it has a little bit of metallic flake in it, so I think that kind of, I don't know, makes it pop a little more. It's not a great day to really see that, but it's a cool color. I think it fits the 4Runner. And the great thing about this color is, if you go off-roading and get a bunch of mud on the vehicle, people just be like, oh, that's just how it looks, right? It's not gonna look all dirty. So let me know what you guys think about the TRD Pro, but you know, we don't know if 24 is gonna be the last year for the 4Runner, or for this version of the 4Runner, but it sounds like it probably will be. And so with that in mind, if you want to get like a reliable 4Runner, guaranteed reliable, no turbo 4-cylinder BS that the new 4Runner is gonna have, then yeah, you got to pick up one of these while they still last.